The first knock on my door that Saturday morning wasn't just rude, it was entitled. Standing on my porch, with a clipboard and her nose tilted sky high, was the HOA president, Ms. Simmons. She didn't even bother with a hello. Instead, she barked, "I need you to unlock your ranch cabin by the lake. I've got guests coming this afternoon, and they'll be using it for the weekend." I nearly laughed in her face. My family's cabin sat on private ranch land, completely outside her HOA's jurisdiction. Still, she was dressed like she was queen of the neighborhood, demanding access to something that wasn't even hers to control. I told her plainly, this cabin belongs to me. It's not for rent. It's definitely not a clubhouse for your guests. Her jaw dropped. She wasn't used to people telling her no. She puffed herself up and snapped. "Everything on this lake falls under our HOA. That cabin is part of our amenities, whether you like it or not." Now, I'd done my research. The HOA's boundary ended well before my ranch property line. My grandfather built that cabin 50 years ago, long before the HOA even existed. I pulled out the deed, already framed and hanging in the living room. "See this? My name, not yours, not the HOA's. You have zero claim. That should have ended it. Bet entitled people don't back down, they double down." By noon, Simmons returned with 3 SUV loads of guests in tow, picnic baskets in hand, already marching toward my dock. She waved her arms like she owned the place, shouting, "Don't worry, folks, I'll get him to unlock it." I stepped out on the porch, arms crossed. "This is trespassing. You've got 5 minutes to leave before I call the sheriff." Her face turned beet red. She screamed about community spirit and sharing resources. But her little speech ended the second she heard the sound of approaching sirens. I hadn't called friends. I had called the sheriff when the deputy arrived, Simmons. Confidence crumbled. He looked over my paperwork, then told her point blank, "Ma'am, this is private property. If you or your guests step foot on it again, you'll be arrested." The guests scattered, embarrassed, while Simmons stomped away, furious but powerless. The next week, I put up a brand new gate with a massive sign. "Private ranch property trespassers will be prosecuted." And as I watched her drive past, glaring holes into that sign, I couldn't help but smile. Some people only learn the hard way that no actually means no. Asterisk for more interesting and heart-touching stories. Hit the subscribe button now.